Hi, welcome to ED 6306, Technology, Communication, and School Improvement. I'm Dr. Brett Watwood. I'll be your instructor for this course. Technology, Communication, and School Improvement. In today's world, one could tack on digital to each of these three ideas. And digital obviously impacts the branding and marketing of your schools. These are themes we'll explore the next 8 weeks. The other theme that I hope surfaces repeatedly is leadership. And notice the word blog. We'll talk more about that shortly. I already introduced myself as Dr. Brett Watwood. I've been teaching online for 24 years now, so I predate Blackboard. My education started at the U.S. Naval Academy, then a master's in education administration from Old Dominion University, and finally my doctorate in ed leadership from the University of Nebraska. I spent 22 years in the Navy, retiring in 1994, and then 22 years in higher education, retiring a second time in 2016. But retired might be a misnomer, as I'm currently teaching online here at Merrimack, down at Northeastern University in Boston, and at Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska. You will notice that I have a Twitter handle, @bwatwood, a Merrimack email, I blog. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Diigo. In other words, like you, and like your staff and your students, I have a digital identity. So there you are on the internet. I'm somewhere else. Your classmates are at other spots, and many of the people you interact with are as well. The internet is messy, full of great information and total crap. How do you as an educational leader use it? And use it effectively? And most importantly, how can it be used to enhance the image of your school? To begin with, let's explore the tech world a little deeper. The web provides multiple platforms, multiple paths of communication, and multiple opportunities, as well as potential pitfalls. It continues to evolve, and the focus of this course will be to explore this evolving world and explore how to use it to market your current or future school. Here are just a few of the representative apps you and your students may be using. What I find fascinating is that with these inexpensive and even free apps, you, your employees, your students now have the ability to post media in any format. 20 years ago, you had to belong to a major publishing house or a television station in order to post media. Now, with a smartphone or tablet, anyone can publish text, audio, video, or images. And this has all evolved in the past 20 years, an amazingly fast evolution. If I go back 10 years, some of these apps disappear. And if you look 20 years back, only Google existed, and it was a new startup. My good friend Jeff Nugent at Colgate University coined this term, a platform of participation. Now, and increasingly using a mobile device, anyone can publish any form of media, communicate worldwide, share resources, network, and collectively build knowledge, or distribute misinformation. What are the implications for us as school leaders? And how do we put it to work for us as opposed to fighting it? As we will explore, digital communication gives us the ability to effectively brand our school through a variety of platforms. Missing off this slide is Snapchat, so the platforms keep evolving and increasing. We will be reading Kevin Kelly's book, The Inevitable, this term. Kelly noted that if you go back 20 years, when the internet was just starting, you would have predicted that the web would look like TV. Just as 50 years before that, we predicted that TV would be much like radio. Kelly noted that it's hard to predict the future. I like his quote here, "Any correct prediction will be unbelievable." I mean, who would have believed we would put microwaves and Alexa together? Yet, as leaders, we need to look forward. That's what this course is all about. So let's look at the course. It's a quick 8 weeks. We start this week with the changing nature of the web, and it continues to change. You'll also be setting up your blog and Twitter accounts this week and making your first tweets and class blog posts. Next week, each of you will pick a separate digital platform to research, platforms that can be used for marketing. And through your blog posts, you will school us all on it. To complete your background knowledge, we will explore the opportunities and challenges associated with network staff, parents, and students. Then, as a core feature of this course, you will spend 2 weeks exploring the use of digital tech for marketing, with each of you developing or revising a social media marketing plan for your school. In week 6, you will again each pick a different ethical issue to research and share with all of us, and there's a ton of them. We take a look at what is on the horizon in terms of new technologies in week 7, and in the final short week, you will go live in Blackboard Collaborate to share how you intend to implement your marketing plan. The 2 required books are Kevin Kelly's book, The Inevitable, and David Kelly's book, Social Media. The Kellys are not related, just happen to work out that way. Each week I offer additional insights from 2 other books, Guy Kowalski's The Art of Social Media and Siva V's Anti-Social Media. These provide alternative viewpoints, one very pro-social media and one very cautious. And as leaders, it's important for us to be cognizant of both. I think you will find Kelly's book interesting. Through 12 forces, he suggests inevitable shifts in how we live and work. Kelly has been the chief maverick and editor of Wired magazine since it's launched, and I find his views quite compelling. But I hope you, through your blog posts, will not only reflect on what he says, but push back if you think he's off target. As I noted, I've been teaching online for 24 years, so I suspect you might find my course a little different from previous courses you've taken here at Merrimack or elsewhere. When you first enter, you will find a simple organization, getting started, weekly lessons, a link to NetVibes that I'll discuss in a minute, and some background information on me. I expect you to go through the Getting Started folder first, and then click on the weekly lessons. You'll note that there is a folder for each week. Inside each weekly folder is the same organization. In perspective, I provide some background on the topic for the week, an overview of that week's work, and a detailed task list, which includes all required tasks and due dates. Interactions is where you interact with the content, with me and with each other. In here you will find required readings and videos, supplemental instruction, and the weekly prompts for your tweets and blog posts. Evaluation provides the rubrics by which you will be graded. Each week there are 2 grades of equal weight. One is for your blog posts, and the other is for the quality of your interactions through tweeting and commenting on your fellow classmates' blog post. You do not have to tweet to everyone or comment to everyone's blog, but we're a small class, so I'd expect you to engage with at least 3 of your classmates in both Twitter and blogs. Finally, there's a link to NetVibes, which is where you'll find all your blogs. NetVibes is a French platform that aggregates feeds from other websites. In the first week, you will set up your own blog and email me your blog URL. I will then add you to the NetVibes page, like this one from a previous class. Notice all the little boxes. Each is a different person's blog, and each line is a link to a specific blog post. If you look carefully, you will note that with one exception, most do not identify who they are. You are required to blog in this course, but you're not required to identify yourself to the world. And in fact, for those of you in teaching or in leadership positions, I can think of 100 reasons why you'd want to keep your identity secret. You have to email me your blog URL, but I will not disclose who is who. All we will know is that you will be commenting to a fellow student. If you knew each other well enough to figure out who is who, fine, but keep it a secret. So let's look at setting up your Twitter account and blog. If you already have one or both and want to use them, that is fine. But I suggest setting up one just for this course as a kind of sandbox in which to play. We will usually follow the same routine each week. First, there will be a prompt for you to react to on Twitter. We will use a class hashtag, ED6306, to gather our tweets together, as I will show in a moment. You are expected to respond to me and your classmates on these tweets each week. This is part of your discussion grade. And there will be an exit ticket tweet requirement each week as well. Twitter has a 280 character limit, so these are quick little comments, not essays. You'll also be blogging each week. Monday through Wednesday, you'll read the required readings and reflect on the prompts. By Thursday evening, you'll post your blog post, and you don't have to wait until Thursday. Earlier in the week is fine. Then by Sunday, and hopefully through Friday and Saturday, you'll comment and respond to those commenting to you. As I noted, there are 2 grades each week. Half is for your post, and half is for your commenting on both blogs and tweets. If you post a great post on Thursday and then wait until late Sunday to begin commenting, you're not giving me or your classmates time to respond, or yourself time to respond back. So half your grade's going to suffer. And the same's true in Twitter. I think you're used to meeting weekly for live sessions in your other Merrimack courses, but in this course, you're only going to meet live on 3 occasions. The first is on the Monday evening of the second week to see how the first week's blogging and tweeting went, as well as discuss the upcoming digital platform reviews. The second is on a Monday evening of week 5 as you're developing your social media marketing plans. And the final meeting will be the last Monday of the course, when we'll discuss implementation of the marketing plans. I'm suggesting you download either TweetDeck or Hootsuite to organize your tweeting, and I give links to both inside Blackboard. Both are similar, use only one, and I personally use TweetDeck, shown here. You will note that the 3rd and 4th columns are for hashtags. TweetDeck and Hootsuite make it very easy to create a column or tab for specific hashtags. So you'll be creating one for the hashtag ED6306, and it will collect every tweet that contains that tag, making it simple to both read and comment back. For blogging, you're free to use any blogging platform, but I like either Blogger or WordPress, and I personally use WordPress. If you go to the WordPress website, and make sure you go to wordpress.com and not wordpress.org, where they'll try to sell you a business download. But at wordpress.com, click on the Create Your Site button. There's a short form to fill out. Then give yourself an address. In giving yourself an address, again, don't give away who you are if you're trying to stay hidden. And note that they'll try to sell you your own domain, which is fine if you want one, but I'm suggesting you take the free option. Finally, pick your plan. And again, I'm suggesting the free one for now. If you fall in love with blogging, you can always upgrade, as I did 10 years ago. Once you're on your blog's dashboard, pick a theme and personalize it to yourself, and you're ready to start blogging. In the dashboard menu, click on Post and the Add New button to bring up the blog form. Give your blog post a title, and be more creative than simply the week 1 post. And then type the body of your post in the text in the box below. Note that you have the ability to add media, images, or video, as well as hyperlink to other websites within the post. APA is fine for paper reports, but in a networked world, I consider hyperlinks as a form of citation. I suggest saving your draft several times as you write it, or write it in Word and cut and paste it in here. Finally, be sure you actually publish it. There's a preview button to show you what it looks like to others, but you do have to click Publish for the rest of us to see it. Publishing your weekly post fulfills your written assignment. For your discussion assignment, you will need to read some of your classmates' posts, which you'll find in NetVibes, and at the bottom of their post, add a comment as shown. Be aware that if you choose Blogger for your blog, others may find it difficult to comment unless they also have a Blogger account. Years ago, I set up a Blogger account that I would never use just so I can comment to my students' posts. WordPress is easier as you simply note your name, email, and website. I use my school email, and my blog is my website. So that wraps up our introduction to this course. I look forward to seeing you online. And the way things keep evolving, I'll be learning right alongside you.